everybody, it's Mark Maxwell here with our Legends series with none other than the great Paul Cunningham.
Hey guys.
So Paul you guys need to understand that this guy is incredible. And if you go see their band, it's an incredible band. It's an experience that, our whole band went to watch you and you schooled us. It was like, oh my gosh.
Oh, thank you so much.
They're a three-piece band. If you've never seen the Wolf Brothers, lots of you have probably seen them because of their school ties. They play a lot of elementary, middle school, high schools, I guess, all over the country. But Paul, thanks for being here.
Mark, thanks for having me. I feel honored about this. I really do.
Well, don't do that.
No,
don't
really
do that. Well, I mean...
I got to tell you, because I go back with Marvin, and I was thinking about this on the way over. Man, we used to record all together because your dad was like the session drummer over at Sambo. And because of my closeness to the studio, I would do a lot of vocals over there, okay? So I would be doing a lot of vocals on other people's sessions,
Right.
And so we got to hang out and do a lot of things. And there's a lot of things when I had groups that I had before, Marvin played drums on some of those things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it was just more efficient.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he'd walk in and lay it down and let it go, yeah.
And so it was just that way. So, we have long, long roots, man. I remember trying to smoke banana peels with Wayne and your dad.
Did he say smoke banana peels?
Yeah.
Kids, don't try that. It is a really bad thing.
Oh, it was terrible. It was horrible. But it was the 60s.
Sure, you tried anything. You tried anything. You can't do that today.
Is that right?
You try anything today.
Oh, no.
You can go down for it like that.
I
It's a horrible thing. 60s were a fun time, I suppose, that I never got to enjoy. Yeah. Hey, the Wolf Brothers, the band you play with currently,
yes,
three-piece band, some of the best vocals I have ever heard.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I mean, everybody throws the vocal ball around, they take the lead, everybody else sings the harmonies. It's so amazingly tight.
Yeah.
I saw you twice this past year, and both times blown away, and in two different venues. One for people that were 60 plus,
right,
and the other one that were 6 plus, right? I was blown away. I've never walked away from anything in a long time going, I can't believe I just saw that. And that you connected to both audiences so well. So
music is just so universal, man. I never thought I'd be doing it. I'm 70, and I never thought I would be doing this when I was 30, much less 40, 50, 60.
Yeah, sure.
But music is just so universal, man. People love it. With kids, they just love music. And we don't try to be anything that we're not. We're their grandpas. But the point is they love the music.
They do, because here's the thing: you're smart. You're looking at these kids, going, "What would they want to hear?"
Right. Exactly.
And then you're looking at somebody who's 70 plus years old, going, "What do they want to hear?"
Right.
You guys have a very deep catalog.
We have because we've been together so long.
How many years?
50 years.
50 years this year, correct?
50 years this year. Started in 1969.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, 1969. But we're doing a lot of stuff now. Like all next week, we're on the Mississippi doing these river boats, and we're doing that going through just all up and down the Mississippi. And that's an older crowd there, and but we got the material. I mean, we got so much stuff we can delve into. And then with other stuff we would never do for them,
Sure.
that we wouldn't do for kids either.
Absolutely,
what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
You got to have something that.
Well, I think you look out there, you identify who your audience is, and you go, how do they get in this boat? Because we can act that music is about us playing our instruments up on stage and singing, but it's totally about the fan. It's about the person sitting in their seats. How do we move them to sing? How do we move them to clap their hands?
Right.
You guys kill that. The interesting thing too is that what I love about the Wolf Brothers is that you have had this brand. You're literally like any kind of big brand. You're a Coca-Cola. You're a Harley Davidson. You're a Heinz ketchup. You've built a brand, which I think is very smart. You've kept the name. You've stuck together. You've had a few changes here and there over the years, but mostly
long
these
time.
three guys.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how long.
Rodney's been in the band 29 years.
So there you go. So 29
and then Jeffrey's
years.
been in 39 years.
Unbelievable.
So,
So that's what I'm saying. I think it's really smart. You know, people will start bands out there and then they'll end them 5 years later or 10 years later. And I think to myself, I did the same thing. I was in Spanky Lee and we chopped that thing up and done and over. But now, as I got older, I wish I would have held on to the brand,
yeah.
right? And let it morph into different things throughout the years like you guys did.
Yeah.
Because you go into a lot of schools playing for these little kids that are just going crazy because they identify with the songs.
Yes.
It all comes down to a song. My dad used to tell me when I was young, it's all down to that song. And so I watch you guys do that. I watch you change, and everybody's on their feet as you guys are playing and singing to a people that can barely get on their feet, right?
Right.
At 70, 80, 90 years old.
Exactly.
It is mind-boggling. And I wish that every band or every kid that's out there, anybody starting a band or doing something, is hang on to your brand.
Yeah.
You know, because at the end of the day, you can play anywhere. You're playing, like you said, you're going to play up and down the Mississippi on a cruiser boat thing that goes out for a week or two?
A week.
I mean, crazy what you've been able to do. All in about 100-mile radius, would you say?
Oh, yeah. We try to stick there. I mean, there was a time in the 70s that we were on the road all the time. We went all over the country, and we did that, you know. But those times have changed, you know. I saw things change for me. I saw the business changing. Just a quick thing, how I got into the school business. Have you ever heard of the Blue Apple Players?
Sure, of course.
Okay, well, J-Boy, who was a keyboard player for Rodney.
Who came in and visited me just recently.
Did he?
Yes,
That's
he did.
great.
It was great.
Well, he was doing some work with the Blue Apple Players. And at this time, I saw nightclubs. Nightclubs used to go 7 days a week, then it went to 6 days a week, 5 days a week. And I just saw it changing. You know what I mean? It was not there. So I thought, what can I come up with to do all those off days? And so I went and saw Blue Apple Players, and they came on. They sponsored by Bachman Chevrolet. I'll never forget it. And they said, now, all you kids, write a letter to Bachman Chevrolet. Tell them how much you appreciate it. I'm thinking, that's a great sales thing.
What
all
a great,
all those kids,
smart
they went
thing.
home and talked about Bachman Chevrolet, right? And they sponsored them. And I thought, well, I've got to get into this. So I came up with an idea for the school shows. And what we started out with, which we still do it, is our patriotic show. We go from Revolutionary War to the present day. And it's just a fun way to learn about history, and it's a lot of comedy in it, a lot of things.
Oh yeah, you guys are funny as the day is long.
And so a lot of that stuff. So I started doing, I thought, well, I'll just do that on the Mondays that we're off. Well, it just took over. It just took over. We went on a 17-year run where I didn't even play it at weekends at all.
Right.
We were doing out two schools a day, every day.
And that changes. So you know, I think as a musician and a working musician, you're trying to find every chance that you can to play as often as you can, right?
Yes.
To survive life.
Exactly.
And there are a lot of gigs out there. It's just you got to put your thinking cap on.
That's right.
Hey, will you do me a favor and grab me one of those coloring books over there? Speaking of, you and I will talk every once in a while, and you'll say, hey, you know, maybe I ought to try this. And I'll say, hey, maybe you ought to try this.
Yeah,
and
I'm so excited about the coloring book.
let me tell you, the funniest thing is that, so the Crashers this past year brought out our own little coloring book. And I pushed,
Just genius.
and David Dieterlin,
Yes.
who is a marketing genius guy, and every band should work with David
Yeah.
Dieterlin because he is the best.
Yeah.
He put this together for us, and I called him, and I even called you and said, you need to do this, because after I saw you do that school show, I thought, how many of those kids would flip out to have a coloring book with all your guys' pictures in
Yes.
it, and then all kinds of interesting scenarios that are inside of this coloring book. So I was glad you took that and did it, because
it's almost done now, and I'm so thrilled. I've got to get with Dave. My problem is I've just been on the road a lot.
Yes.
And I haven't had time to get back. But
oh, I saw the pictures from it.
did you?
It's
Oh, that's
magical.
good. Yeah.
I mean, the Wolf Brothers coloring book is going to be something incredible.
It's a really neat thing, man.
Well, here's the thing. You have so many great ideas, and I know that you are very willing to allow people to pick your brain about things.
Oh, sure.
You're an open book, and I'll tell you this, you're an open book, and when you told me about your tattoos, right?
Yeah.
You were like, we were talking about merchandise and with your band, and the amount of tattoos that you had sold was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I was like genius stuff. And every band should be doing this. So as much as we can do that, I think we both like to share with people to say,
oh, sure.
Do it too.
Do it too, exactly.
If we don't raise up every bar in town.
I've always felt, Mark, I've always felt that bands have to support each other because we've got to keep live music going. We've got to keep, the more it's happening, the more it's the better for everybody.
It is.
It's just the better for everybody.
Yep.
You know, it's better for everybody. You know?
Yeah. Wow. Paul is a legend.
Can I say one thing?
You can say everything.
I just want to say that the reason the success we've had, I have to give credit to Jeffrey Jarbo and Rodney Wortley, man. Those guys are just incredible, man. You know, you talk about vocals, man. Jeffrey, when he first came in to audition for the band, he didn't sing.
Wow.
And I said, you have to sing. I said, Wolf Brothers, we have to sing. And so he said, okay, I'll try. And now, I mean, we're doing this thing about the stylistics. I don't even, you know, but you by golly, wow. He sings that, and I'm telling you, it's.
Well,
it
seemed almost that he's carrying the load. Does he sing as many songs as anybody now?
Yeah, we split up things so that we're not, you know, so one of us gets down.
I got it. Then you've got, smart.
That can happen, you know.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, it blew my mind because you guys passed the ball around as I was watching your show on both shows.
On that on the teamwork show, he's really carrying the brunt of that.
Is that what it is? Yeah. I remember
show.
Thinking, wow, I didn't know that. I mean, but it was so great. You guys are so great. And you're right. Those two guys, man, I just can't imagine what can be done. I'm blown away with 3 guys. We have 6 guys in our band trying to do what you guys do with 3, and that's the truth.
Yeah.
It's something I'm learning from, and as I watch you guys, yes, the Crashers will end up a 3-piece eventually. That is not true. That is never going to be true. I hope I'm always in the same band with the same guys until I'm at least playing until I'm 78. I've decided that.
There you go.
And I'm 53.
Yeah.
I think I can survive another 25 years of playing in this band.
Yeah.
We like each other.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah, and we get along, and for the most part, we feel very blessed to do what we do.
Absolutely.
And so it's been a great thing. We're gonna sign off now. I just want to say thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I hope that everybody goes and sees the Wolf Brothers, because if you're a musician, you'll get it. If you're a fan, you'll get it. It's both. Like a lot of bands I go and see, and I get it for the fans that they love it. But as a musician, I was blown away, and we talked about it, and still do. I mean, weeks and weeks,
wonderful.
months and months later, here we are still talking about how great I thought it was. So, go check out the Wolf Brothers. Paul, thank you.
Oh gosh, thank you.
I'll set with the other guys too over the next year.
Yes.
Because they're legends, just like you are, and the fact that they have done something incredible.
That'd be wonderful.
And there'll be a different angle each time if I can.
Yeah.
Good. Go see them. Hey, where can they find you?
Wolfbros.com. WULFEBROS. Wolfbros.com.
Okay, so check them out.
Spell it WULFE.
Yes.
It seemed like a good idea at the time, but it hadn't worked too well on the internet.
You know, the interesting thing is that we ran into the same thing. We were the Louisville Crashers, but the Lexington folks and the Indiana guys didn't like the Louisville part of our name, and so we switched over to the Crashers. You think it's a good idea at the beginning,
right,
to call it whatever you call it, and then you realize, I'm not sure we thought that.
Yeah.
Same as the Wolf Brothers name, but WULFEBROS.com. Got it.
Yeah.
Peace and love, everybody. See ya. Paul.
Thanks, Brooks.